Vincenzo'S Go Crypto Investing, where you like, subscribe, and share for that one-of-a-kind, most importantly, bell notification hit for community software trading probability-based trading alert, tactical analysis, and company philosophy, as I'm your most trusted source. When you hit that bell notification for blockchain technology, hit that subscribe button and cryptocurrency breaking news and coin updates, as we're your headquarters as an XRP crypto insider with 13 years of experience and growing, as we head into a digital revolution and the start of the 2024 cashless society. I need you to follow, to hit that subscribe button, pound that bell notification, and comment and like down below to help us push through the YouTube algorithm, so that way we can educate and, most importantly, inform more and more people and expand our reach in preparing to prosper in the 1000x our life, to 1000x our portfolio, and 2000x our standard of living, right? And you can see here's how to build XRPL smart contracts on testnet. XRP price prediction. Cardano founder says XRP should be regulated as a commodity. Here's why. We went over that before. Week on watch, Ripple soars 6%. Bitcoin loses 20K level, right? Let's get right on into the technical analysis on this football Saturday. Check out college football news for all your latest breaking highlights on this football Saturday in week 6 of the college football season. If you can believe that, we're at the halfway point of the season already, as the Fighting Jim Harbaughs and Michigan Wolverines look to go to 6-0 on the road at Indiana and Bloomington, right? But you can see the XRP price, something we've noticed now. We had the big wick up here. See that big wick? Followed by another big wick. Followed by another big wick. Sell, sell, sell. Parallel running moving averages, the 50, 200, and 100 from bottom in red to top in blue. We got the major upper resistance box starting at 50 cents and accumulating an orgasmic feeling effect up there at 68 cents. But if you did do that, you would have a big sell-off as soon as you got up there. And then you got your major support at 37 cents. Old major resistance back here during this great consolidation of support along the 32 cents and resistance along the 37 cents. And then we have your 26 cents, a major level that you have to hold, or you break down to a technical target that we've had down here since 2021 at 18 to 20 cents, right? So if we zoom in here a little bit and go into the micro time frame versus the macro time frame, you can see we had that big run up, bam. Then we had a big sell off, right? We had the big run up in the XRP price. Then we had the great consolidation form sort of a rounding bottom just below the 200-day moving average in the daily time frame, and just above the 50 and 100-day moving average in the daily time frame. Let's go to the 4-hourly for some more candles. But then you can see, if we deep on and get a little bit more of an in-depth look at this, whoops, after we got rejected up here off that 56 cent level where we thought we would get rejected up here, it came on down, but it first consolidated. See that? It had a nice consolidation right there, but it consolidated and kept getting rejected by that 50 cents. Once you dip below it, rejection, rejection, rejection. Had this little tight consolidation and then broke it to the downside. Came right to the 200-day move, or the 100-day moving average in blue. Responded right up exactly to that major upper resistance at 50.5 cents right there. Got rejected. Came back down to a steadily uptrending 100-day in blue again and double bottomed on it right there, right? And then we skyrocketed back up. Got initially rejected, got supported on the 50 in red, came back up into this blue area. Now you see it starting to stagnate out. As if you look at the volume, you can see the orange in the volume, that's the mean. And the mean is still trending down, which is bearish, as you're getting sort of an up and sideways consolidation and sort of a down trending volume. What I would look for is, if this doesn't get a big volume push in a thinly traded weekend, like you get a big candlestick like that, and then another big candlestick like that in green, you're going to do a little bit of trading up in this range right here. And I don't believe you would break that high. And I think you would slip that, come back. And if you don't get volume, I think this is going to head to the downside like that, right? We had the equity market sell off on Friday. And this week, the risk assets are looking bearish. XRP has been holding this consolidation for a week now after the great pump from 29 cents, where we had a huge massive reversal sort of a short squeeze, aka with some news with the court case and XRP and the documents that we've been showing you on subtle things that have been going positive in the court case with the SEC for Ripple. That plus short squeeze plus short-term momentum equal the big price rally, but now it's starting to die out. And if you don't get the volume to come back in and break that area, this will top out in this area this weekend and have a big fall down initially to the 200-day and then maybe even to that 37 cents. And if that did happen, that would be a big price fall of more than 30%-ish. But if we get buyers and we can hold these key levels as support, there is an outside shot that you swing all the way up in an even bigger squeeze and come up to that 68 cents. And you can see that would be like you form this rounding bottom, then you come up, initially get rejected, come back down to major support, and then catapult to the upside. And that would be a phenomenal return up to 68 cents if that was indeed possible. But right now we're struggling up here, and this always gives me hesitance. When you start to see sort of this consolidation and the volume continues to crash, but the price continues to rise, that leaves me hesitant. What I would have liked to see is it continue to consolidate down like this, right? Like that, as the volume decreases. And that would lead me to believe more that when the volume came back in, the price would skyrocket up. But right now, you need to pay attention to this week on the 50-cent level. If we can hold that, that's positive when you can make a run to 68. If you fail this, dip back below it, and then start to come up from underneath and get rejected, that's likely telling you you're coming down to 37 cents. Those are your three levels. The 50 cents to hold as support, 68 cents major upper resistance, 37 cents major underneath support in the XRP price in the micro weekend time frame. If we take a look at the Bitcoin price, you can see it's sitting there not doing nothing. This would be a quicker technical analysis. We're still sitting on this blue support resistance zone in the technical analysis from the last several days. I know you guys ask me, well, you keep saying the same thing about Bitcoin. Well, Bitcoin is still in the same area. And right now, you got an uptrending area. If you hold this 19,184.82, you could try to make a run up towards this 29,000, which is major upper resistance from this old major support resistance back there. But if you slip the 19,184, you're likely coming down to 16,658.11. But we have your initial upper resistance right here at 22,000, which is the old consolidation here, and then the big pump here that was just a fake out and then it sold off. That is your major level. So if you can hold the 19,000, you can make a run up to 22,849.60. And then if you had major volume and a major short squeeze and a major miniature bull run, you could come up to 29,228.41, which is major upper resistance. I don't foresee that. I foresee if you get any kind of a pump this weekend, this would be your rejection zone, this old resistance area. And if you can't hold this 19,184.82, you're coming straight down to the 16,658.11. And as you do know, if you broke that, your technical target, if we zoom out here a little bit into the 4 hour, we've had these series of falling or rising bear flags. We've had a series of bear flags to simplify it, right? And you can see we had bear flag number 1 after our mountain double top, right? Bear flag number 1, flag pull, flag, technical target from there to the point of a breakout. Bam, not it. Then we have flag pull, flag, and a smaller one. Bam, broke to the downside, hit the technical target. And now we have flag pull, flag, attempting to break out. And then if we actually confirm the breakout and hit the technical target, it is all the way down there that you can see we have underlined at 13,336 Bitcoin price. Prediction was made when Bitcoin was 63,336 and rising in mid-2021. So this is over a year old technical target that is ever so close to being hit and will eventually one day be hit. If we go into a little altcoin update, we can see a little REVAIN coin is still sitting down there, but you can see it's attempted to bounce. If we zoom in to the 3 hour time frame, you can see it's been dancing along this major double bottom underneath support at 0.0007654. And as we do know, if you break that, you're in price discovery to the downside, and that's very dangerous because there is no price action down there. So the price could theoretically drop and drop and drop. But major upper resistance, as we've been telling you, if we can come up, are these moving averages you got to fight over. And then you got to get to this 0.0008585 and get back on top of that and flip it from resistance short term and back to the major support that it was. And if it did that, you could try to make a run up here in Raven coin to this descending overhead resistance at about 0.00112793, which would look something like this. You hold this red line, hop above over on some power move, and then the volume leads price, and then you could come back up into this major overhead resistance, which would be a good return. And if we look at the 3-hour time frame, you can see the volume is steadily, subtly, sneakily inching higher, and the price is steadily inching higher. That could be an indication that this price might actually come up here this weekend and try to make a run at this 85085. But that's what we're watching. And as you do know, if you break this critical line right here, which is 0.0007565 you're in price discovery to the downside, and that would be a very dangerous time. You can see dappt coin, the big run that it's had, it seems to be starting to cool off, and the price action seems to be consolidating a little bit, and the hyper volatility seems to be calming down. And if we have to look at this, as you do know, we've been waiting for a retest down here to old support resistance that is now new support back here. It flipped it right here. It was resistance, resistance, and then resistance all back there. But then when we flipped here, we flipped it to support, and you can see all the support it had here, brief support here, and now we had this little bit of a rally here, but price continues to very much decline. And I'm waiting for another move down into this red area, and that would be an area, if you're playing that, it's going to hold the new support that it has, then it can make a run back up into this area at the 0.0012572. But if it fails to hold this red area, the volume indicator, major support resistance box, the volume traded to the whole history of the coin, then it would confirm this back as resistance and come back down to its old support level at 0.0004939, the green left to right line that had major support all the way back from the great dump in June. And then we had support right here, pump, resistance, support on green line, resistance in red, support on green line, resistance in volume indicator red box, support on green line, resistance and volume indicator red box, right? And you can see it did it multiple more times. Resistance in red volume indicator area, right? Support on the green line at the 5075 or the 4955. Then it came one on a power move up, got rejected again, and then finally flipped it right here to support, right? So that's what we're watching out for in the dappt coin. Like, subscribe, and share, my beautiful audience. Peace and love. Yes, you, my beautiful audience. Peace and love.